What's up, everyone? This is Tony with JRNYcrypto. Today we have Bitcoin blasting off once again, up around 7%, testing that major resistance level that we talked about yesterday. Things are moving very quickly. Bitcoin is approaching its previous all-time high, so I do want to talk about the markets and what I expect to happen here and some big news. So before we get started, I do appreciate if you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell to be notified for regular video videos. Alright guys, we do have Bitcoin on the rise once again, up 6.5% today, now up 30% on the 7-day, passing a $1 trillion market cap by itself today, which is huge. Ethereum is currently at a $412 billion market cap. Below that, nothing is over $100 billion yet, and I do think in the near future we will be seeing a lot of cryptocurrencies above a $100 billion market cap in the top 10. So this is very interesting that we just have Bitcoin rising by itself. Ethereum is trying to break upwards, but it's stuck at this major resistance around 3,500. We do actually have all the Ethereum competitors down a couple percent today. Binance is down 2.5%, ADA down almost 2%, Solana down 6%, and we do have Avalanche down the most here, 9%, because that did rally the most recently. So that is expected to have a good correction for Avalanche, but as we continue forward, as they have big announcements and stuff, I do expect that to continue climbing in the future. So towards end of year, I'm pretty bullish on Chainlink. I do think Litecoin has high potential, as well as bullish on EOS, because they do have the big exchange that is launching. I think they're going to start doing a lot of marketing afterwards as well. I actually have a big EOS video planned. I know the majority of people in crypto think it's a dead cryptocurrency, but I do want to show you guys why we could be ahead of the herd on that, and it could have huge profit potential by end of year. So still lots of great opportunities here in the top 100. I'm really looking at the small cap altcoins though, like always. And I do think the focus is really on Bitcoin right now, because it does have the Bitcoin Taproot upgrade coming, bringing smart contracts to it. The focus is on Bitcoin with Twitter launching the Bitcoin wallets and cross-border payments with the Strike wallet, very huge. We also have a possible Bitcoin ETF that people are speculating will be approved by the end of year, which will be massive for Bitcoin. Really open the floodgates to institutions getting into Bitcoin, and that could definitely be where we see a $100,000 Bitcoin by end of year, is if we get a Bitcoin ETF approved. Regardless, a 100,000 is still very possible even without the ETF, and I do think that's more likely than not, as I've been saying all year. So very bullish here. We actually tested major resistance today, much quicker than I expected. I did draw this out yesterday. So that resistance line here around 55 to 56,000, we broke above that a little bit, testing 56,000, and then dropping back under 55,000. So that actually happened a little bit quicker than I expected. Huge recovery here from end of September, where we did have Bitcoin testing the low 40,000s. So we actually have some articles I do want to go over about Bitcoin, some predictions and stuff, but basically one of the articles is stating our new major support line is here at $50,000. So going forward here in Q4, if we do have drops into the high 40,000s, I'll probably be dollar cost averaging there moving forward with everything that's very bullish. Of course, anything can happen in the short term. Be very careful. Any bad breaking news can send this back down to the low 40s or even the low 30s if it's really bad news. We have no idea what type of stuff that would make that happen, but it's always a possibility, and we do have to be aware of that. Where there's high risk, there's also high opportunity. So if you check this out, testing this major resistance is actually the highest price Bitcoin has been since the market crashed here around May 11th. We haven't seen this Bitcoin price since May 11th. Is huge, and definitely a great sign we are on a general recovery. As you guys can see, if we chart this, we should be breaking previous all-time highs here by end of year, and I definitely think that $100,000 is very likely. So I'm also very bullish on Q1 of 2022, and that's just because there's so much mass adoption in the works. So many major companies are exploring crypto options, and I don't think going forward things are going to look the same as they did in previous bull and bear markets. So trying to compare this to previous bear markets, I don't think is going to play out well for anyone that is investing like that. Of course, I do take small profits on the way up just in case we do have a market crash. I do have extra funds to buy back in and buy at these lower prices. So it's always good to be prepared like that. So we actually did have Axie Infinity surge again as well. I think gaming is going to be huge towards end of year. and in the future in general for crypto and NFT mass adoption. This had another huge leg up, which is massive in one of the reasons why I'm so focused on crypto gaming. Any new games that come out that actually get huge utility and are actually widely used, like Axie Infinity AXS token, are really going to be parabolic and have massive return on investment. One of those projects I do think has that possibility is the Sandbox. There's a lot of smaller market cap cryptos coming as well, but this definitely has a much smaller market cap than Axie Infinity. The Sandbox does have more developing to do though. Lots of great small cap ones as well I will be mentioning in the future. So definitely a good place to look is in altcoins that are building something that will have good utility. But the thing is, moving into the future, we won't really see huge pumps for gaming altcoins unless they're actually getting a huge user base and they actually have good utility for the token, which is why Axie Infinity blasted off so quickly here, up 200x basically since the end of 2020, where it was 50 cents. So insane profits, but it's because so many people are actually playing this game with the scholarship program they have, allowing people in countries with extremely low minimum wage or no minimum wage at all to actually make a decent living playing this video game. So massive user base, massive passive income opportunities for people, giving a lot of people around the world huge opportunity they wouldn't have with their local jobs. So I really like that. We'll see how it goes in the future, but this is at a $8 billion market cap for a newer crypto in the gaming space. So that just goes to show you the massive potential here for other gaming projects. So lots of huge things in the works. I'm going to be going over an NFT update in the near future as well. Lots of huge NFT projects launching lately. Lots of projects surging and doing a 10x or more in a short period of time. Of course, a lot of projects are launching that aren't going to do anything and they're really just going to go down to zero eventually. So we do have to be very careful of that. You do have to do your proper research and understand what makes a good crypto project. Definitely check out my cryptocurrency guides playlists. I will be doing more guides on the NFT space coming up. Pretty much some basic guides that will help you step by step to get into the NFT space if you are brand new to crypto and NFTs. So lots of huge things on the horizon here. I'm definitely bullish on a $100,000 Bitcoin by end of year. We do have some price predictions as well. $200,000 Bitcoin price programmed as Bitcoin heads towards second RSI peak. So everything is looking good on the charts, and with the news and mass adoption historically, the end of year has been huge for previous bull runs as well, which is why we're getting predictions like $200,000 to $300,000 Bitcoin. But my prediction is more conservative, around $100,000 Bitcoin, I think is more reasonable. Of course, if we do get $100,000 Bitcoin, we're going to have 10x gains in a lot of smaller market cap cryptocurrencies as well. So 3 factors that can send Ethereum price to 100% gains in quarter 4, putting it around a $7,000 Ethereum or more. I actually think Ethereum will break a $10,000 ETH price if we get Bitcoin breaking $100,000. Lots of bullish stuff happening for Ethereum as well, and it does have a much smaller market cap than Bitcoin. With all the adoption and institutions now buying into Ethereum as well, I definitely think that has very high potential. So Bitcoin's 50k resistance to become support in quarter 4. I did talk about that when I looked at the chart here. New major resistance or support level at $50,000 is definitely a zone where I'm looking to buy around $47,000 to $50,000 Bitcoin. If we drop into that, I'll definitely be dollar cost averaging as we're starting to build more and more support at higher levels here. Breaking the highest Bitcoin price since the markets crashed is a great sign in my opinion. So Bitcoin returned to $1 trillion asset as Bitcoin price blasts above $55,000. That's pretty huge. Bitcoin being above a $1 trillion market cap alone. When you do consider this, comparing it to major companies and other assets in the world, Bitcoin is still very early, and the entire crypto space as a whole is still very early. And I definitely think there's huge growth potential over the next couple years. And I definitely think 2022 is going to be looking great for a lot of altcoins that do have huge updates coming. So last price prediction for this video, large pump coming to Bitcoin, hints Bitcoin price metric, but maybe not until December. So according to this tweet here, it's saying based on historical recurring Bitcoin price tendencies across all previous cycles, Bitcoin could rally to its previous all-time high of 63,500 in October, then retrace to low to mid 50,000s in November, then break out to new all-time highs in December. I actually think that's very likely to play out like this, but if we even test previous all-time highs here, in October. I think that's going to be pretty huge and kick in a lot of retail FOMO again. And we do have a lot of institutions taking interest now because of the possible Bitcoin ETF. And all of these companies just looking into Bitcoin in general, Fidelity, and all of these massive companies just getting into crypto as heavily as possible, which will cause institutional FOMO, at the same time retail FOMO. And that's where we will be breaking a $100,000 Bitcoin, whether that happens end of 2021 or at some time in Q1 2022. I do think it will happen at some time in the next 5 or 6 months here. And I'm still very bullish on all of 2022 as well. I don't think we're going to peak anytime soon here, end of year or anything, and then drop into an extended bear market like we did in previous Bitcoin cycles. So lots of huge things happening right now. The NFT space is growing rapidly. I'm actually making more profits in NFTs right now than the crypto space, but regardless, still huge potential in both the crypto and NFT space. I will be doing a separate video on NFTs, some new sets I'm investing in, and more info on my NFT set that I'm launching by end of month as well. So that's it for today's video update. As always, I appreciate you guys liking, commenting below. What are your thoughts on the market right now and altcoins you're bullish on? And sharing this video anywhere on the internet. Everything helps the channel grow. I do really appreciate that. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.